All right, welcome back to Backyard Survival as we go to our third knife review. Today we're going to go what was formerly the number 3 in fixed blade hunting knives on Amazon. Currently sits at number 6, but when I purchased it, it was number 3. It does tend to move a lot, but we have this mystery package. This one is again currently number 6 on the fixed blade hunting knives and number 2 overall on Amazon, labeled fixed blade knives. So let's see what we got. The former number 1, currently sitting at number 2 for fixed blade hunting knives, is the Morkniv Companion. So we're gonna cut that bad boy open. Let's see what we got. All right, it's made by CRKT. Oh, I wonder what knife that could be. All right, we got our owner's manual and we got our knife. This is the CRKT Minimalist. Minimalist design, very small blade, nice handle which fits in the hand. First time I'm holding it wonderfully. It's got a paracord little end here, as well as a nice vinyl type neck knife band, which looks like it's removable and adjustable, and a nice little CRKT labeled Kydex holster for your knife, sheath I guess I should say. There's a nice positive click. It is in there pretty good. Yep, that's not coming out very easily whatsoever. The cool thing about this whole sheath as well, it gives you a clip here so that you can either wear it as a neck knife or you can wear it on your belt with just attaching 2 screws in one of these holes here. You can attach it to your belt. You can do it in the horizontal position or vertically, should you so please. A friend of mine, just the other day, I was at a shooting time with him and I looked over at him and I saw this hanging on his belt. So we talked about that a little bit. I had already had it purchased and waiting for it to come. So the Minimalist is this. They actually have a lot of different options. I bought the drop point blade, but they have a katana, they have a Bowie knife blade, they have a cleaver, and like 6 other different options, as well as different colors. I believe these are G10 handle scales they have on it, which looks like they are removable if you would need to, with 4 little screws. It is a full tang with a little bit of a grooved back here spine, which I would imagine you could use for starting a fire if you had a ferro rod. This is enabled, again, Minimalist Fultz design by CRKT. All right, we're gonna get this through its tests here in just a moment with slicing and maybe doing a little bit of chopping, but currently seems to be real sharp. Let's see, we'll use this cardboard. Yep, that's pretty sharp. It's pretty thick though, but come through this cardboard paper wrapping without any difficulties. So, all right, we're gonna give that a try and let's see how it does. We're gonna give this Minimalist a shot at chopping up things that we would chop, cutting things we would need to cut, and we'll see how it does. All right, first off, as usual, you might need to cut up some food for your kids, for your dog. Billy!
Billy!
Somewhere.
Come on.
All right, first we're gonna just try to slice this apple up. It's a very small blade, so this apple's bigger than the blade is, but no problem, it can cut this right up. She's sitting over here wanting some apple. There you go. There you go. All right. You can make nice fine cuts easy with it. This thing is really sharp, very simple and easy to cut up an apple. No problem. If you're like me, you typically carry a knife because you're going to cut things, not doing it because you're trying to survive where you're at. You need to cut it. You need to open things. You're not doing it because you're trying to survive in the wilderness. Again, maybe you're trying to survive in your backyard, hence the name Backyard Survival. But I have kids who are exactly like me, and if you're in the same boat I am, they break everything. And I mean everything. So you're constantly needing to open things, and all of you guys, I'm sure, have run into packaging like this. Now these are some door openers, door closers that I need to put on my screen door because, yep, you guessed it right, they're broken. Can't imagine how. But anyway, these things can be a pain in the butt to open. So if you have a good sharp knife, it doesn't usually cause much problem, so we're gonna give this a shot. And also, every kid's toy that they want you to get has some kind of annoying wrap in it, or plastic, or zip tie, and you can't open them with a unsharp pocket knife. So we'll see. We'll just give this a nice little, oh, that's nice. Very nice. I'll go up and around here. This is opening these things whatsoever, no problem. Very, very simple. So Christmas and holidays where you are, or birthday parties, I guess I should say, where you need a knife, excellent choice. All right, next I have some baling twine. Oh, I just cut a piece off and thought I'd try this. Let's see how it cuts that. Cuts it without any difficulty. The next thing, zip ties. You might need to put a zip tie on something, make it a little smaller, so you just, a little effort to put in that. There we go. I just wasn't holding it tight enough. Or these things on, again, every kid's toy packaging on Christmas or a birthday. My entire family knows if anyone has a knife, Uncle Ben does. And I've never let them down. And that has been for the past 10 years or more. I've carried a pocket knife on me. I try to make sure I have a sharp one, but I have had the instances where I haven't and you've struggled with it. So this thing may be a good choice. Let's see if I just, oh man, puts any of my pocket knives to shame for how sharp that is. And that's right out of the box. Very, very sharp. All right, next we're gonna try cutting this, shaving this stick. No problems getting through the bark of this one. And let's see if we can just do a, I'm gonna grab this. Let's see if we can do a chopping. Yep, nice and simple. Shoots it off like a cannon. Thank you. So I probably don't need to do that. It'll just cut right through the stick, this little stick. Not very little effort that I'm actually having to push through it. But if you're using a bigger stick, sure, there's a bigger stick. Man, things just keep appearing for me. We're gonna go ahead and get this little tiny one. No problem whatsoever. This stick is no match for this minimalist. So it's shooting off. Oh, look, a bigger stick. I don't know if it's gonna get through that or not, but that's a pretty big stick. Yeah, doesn't take much, too much of a problem. So here, fishies. So, all right. All in all, the CRKT Minimalist is an excellent choice for an everyday carry fixed blade. They say the best knife is the one that you have with you. And I say if you need to have a knife, you might as well have one that actually works. This one seems to be a fantastic choice. I didn't try a tip test on this. I guess I could do that real quick. I'm afraid I'm gonna break it already. Well, maybe not though. Let's see. It says not to pry in the owner's manual. So, well, you can see that tip there has a little bit of a bend on it now. So the tip did not break, but it did indeed bend. I might put a bend that back, but so there's at least some information as far as the tip goes. The tip strength, the metal strength, is not quite as good as your Gerber Strong Arm or many of the other more expensive knives out there. But for a cheap, about $30 to $40 knife that you can carry every day, you can do your cutting tasks, To be fair, the owner's manual for this specifically says do not try to pry. So, if you're listening to the owner's manual, you won't have the same issue. But all in all, for a cheaper, very, very easy to conceal neck knife or belt knife, this would be a fantastic option. All right, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time on Backyard Survival. All right, sharpness test. Stabability, very good. Slicing, very good. Yeah, slice right through that, no problem. Nice and sharp.